You're Semper Spero and this is Always Hope. I don't think that was water. Was that vodka? I'm ready. Drugs. Oh, shit.
This is the voice of the Mr.
You're Semper Spero and this is...
I'm gonna need to delete a load of these, by the way.
Good to fucking go, man.
I'm ready.
All the things that we used to try, not giving up, we're living till we die.
It's my fault, mate.
Just had sex. Oh, what, you want me to ask these guys some questions? So we're back. This this is the latest technological advancement at the Hellfire Club Glasgow. It looks like a pen, but it's actually a microphone. And so we're backstage with NHC TV, just precariously managing to stand where, what they called again? Something Semper Spero.
Yes, I was actually saying to Pete as well, what we're going to do is try and get a
new
sponsorship off of Speedos, and we'll wear Semper Speedos on stage, man.
Semper Speedos. Yeah, man, that's
lovely and tight.
Where they've just played their first gig and completely reduced the place to rubble and ashes.
Yeah, we're really sorry about that, man.
So
we didn't mean to hurt anybody.
We'd like to apologise to anybody that was hurt during
I'd like to
this.
apologise profusely.
No, but this
They're all
is
dead.
this is a Hellfire exclusive, a hot off the press band consisting of 3 absolutely fantastic musicians. So expect big things from these boys, and we'll start by individually introducing who you are and what you play.
Who are you?
Who are
Who
you?
are you, man?
My name's Willie, and I play the bass and sing a bit.
My name's Chris, and I play the guitar.
and sing.
My name's Peter, and I beat the
shut-
drums.
shut. I sing as well. I sing from the voice.
And so nobody's heard you yet, so therefore you're going to have to give some sort of description of what kind of sound people could expect from
Well,
you.
I think we fit into a contemporary kind of alternate kind of rock
Reality.
bracket. An alternate reality.
Yeah, that's where we all came from.
We're from the 4th dimension.
There's a kind of upbeat, kind of bright rock sound that definitely fits into the alternative bracket, and it's got enough of a contemporary kind of sound to it for us to be quite marketable, kind of universal kind of sound. Man.
Positive vibes, man. Positive vibes.
And their first gig already, you were saying they just weren't expecting to play till Christmas, and then Will booked us a gig.
I'm quite
2 weeks in advance, we're in the studio recording, and then like we'll take it a wee bit slow and we'll get some songs, and then nah man, we've got a gig in the 27th. We'll just do it. 3 weeks, get it done, man.
I'm sorry.
And that's Brownbear and the Bandits at the Vikingar on the 26th of June.
Friday the 27th.
27th. Close. My girlfriend's birthday. She's gonna kill me.
Yeah, we've got Brownbear headlining and the Sinsheimers, and I'll be doing a solo acoustic set on my 6-string, my 12-string, and hopefully a bit of mandolin. And then these guys are going to come in and join me for the last 2 songs of the set.
We're going to spice it up.
Really set it off, man.
Definitely.
So I think it's
gonna be
Really
pyrotechnics
cool.
and everything.
You're gonna start off your solo and you're just gonna come in and
Fireworks.
Initially, I'd actually been talking to Matt Hickman for the last couple of years. I've been following Brownbear for ages, and one of the things we both discussed for a while was that we thought Vikingar was a really good potential hub for a music scene in Largs. But nobody's really done too much with it. Last year, a few people remember I was with the Corvus Experiment. We funnily enough had 4 weeks to get a set together.
Will likes it fast.
Managed to
Fast
pull that
enough,
off.
man.
I like to work my band, mate.
Organising a gig's a bit like making love to a beautiful woman. Faster.
Don't do it right and it goes wrong.
So I mean that went pretty well last year, but we were thinking that because it was like a big metal gig, that potentially there wasn't as many people coming to it as what we could have done with this one. So I've been talking to Matt again. He set this up and got me involved in a bit of promo, and then asked me if I wanted to actually do a support slot as well. And that was when I got the cogs working and thought, well, we've got 2 songs here that we could actually do.
Two whole songs.
I know as well, these guys were jamming for a couple of weeks and then got me in on the 1st of May, and then we were recording by the 9th of May, I think it was, at Chem 19. With Ian Fairclough.
Ian Fairclough.
Big shout out to Ian.
Big shout out to Ian. Some guy.
And so Will's one of the greatest multi-instrumental mentalists that I know. And Peter, who I've known a long time since school,
We go
even
way back, man.
primary school, is a brilliant drummer. I've watched him develop over the years. He's a passionate drummer. And I'm not familiar with your work, but I imagine if you've got these 2 guys working with you, if you're on that plateau, then you're immediately up there with them anyway. And so we expect really big things from Sonic Samplers, Speedo Templars, Temporary Simple,
Semper Spero.
The burning question is, what does that name mean and where does it come from?
It's the Latin word for hope. Always Hope, and that's the name of our first track. Is Always Hope.
Well, that's cool. And we'll just round it off before Andrew asks some questions in saying, how do you all know each other?
Well, I met Peter in a previous band 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It was a good band. We had
good times,
Played great gigs
Ended abruptly.
Ended abruptly, yes. So it was good and we had fun, and Peter went away his own direction and done his own things with another band, and only recently we came back and realigned ourselves with the Planets, and he said to me, I know this guy Will. And I'm like, all right, yeah.
Did he come into your orbit or did you come into his orbit?
He was orbiting us.
He came into
Probably out in orbit somewhere, man.
He came into our solar system and like a comet struck Earth. Boom. There we go. Semper Spero name in the studio. That's how it happened. So it's been kind of an ongoing thing between me and Peter, but when Will joined,
just
he really sexually fire on that bad boy.
Arms and legs, man.
I met you at a party randomly, and we only just twinked on that like the other
I
week.
met you in an afterlife. That's right.
Me and Pete had known each other since we were pretty young. Since we used to smoke gorse bushes at the back of Dougie Park.
We were just little kids, man.
So you heard it here first. The Planets themselves have aligned to create Sonic Samplers, something about Speedos. And would you like to ask him some questions, Andrew?
Yeah, I was just
I can swap places with you. I can do a quick jump. Hey, no hypodermic needles.
From here, actually. But probably the one up your Sancho, mate.
I'll take a piss then while you carry on.
Yeah,
I was just going to ask what your thoughts on releasing music yourselves is. Like, what's your kind of plan on recording and releasing music? Are you planning on keeping it completely to yourselves and independent, or like what's your
No,
plan
it
and
just,
methods of
I think it
releasing
might
it?
just
Like,
depend on what kind of unfolds, but we
I like
more
them.
than anything, we want to obviously have total creative control and of our,
The
everything
sound
we do.
of Chris is absolutely lovely here.
Not just the control of music,
It's
but how
like
it
a
goes
tropical
out there.
fountain. I can hear the birds.
Ambience.
Yeah, I think for the most part in the beginning we're
I
going
like
to do
the
everything
independent
pretty much ourselves.
Yeah.
We're recording at places like with Ian Fairclough. Also with Headhunter Records as well. We'll be doing some work with them. That's where we've been practicing.
Chem 19 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Chem 19.
Well, I like
We'll
the independent idea. I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of the way forward for people to actually do it purely for the music.
You're not trying to be marketed and
Plus,
told what to do, you know what I mean? That's not what we're
I
about.
like that idea.
You mean
It's
you're not a manufactured band?
You can never tell, man. Never tell.
Because I usually only
different
do
personally.
manufactured. I'm gonna have to leave. Cut.
cut, man.
do you have any specific goals musically or otherwise
At the
that you
moment, I
want to
think
do
it's
as a band?
probably to get an EP ready and
Yeah.
giggable and just get ourselves out and start creating a fan base. That's like the main thing at the moment.
Yeah.
Everything else is like kind of superficial just now, but
Yeah.
we do think that there's a really good chance we could actually get quite far up the ladder with this one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You can never really tell where
The
you're
good
going to get
vibes
to,
are there, yeah.
but we're all on the same page. We've got the same kind of musical direction.
Yeah.
When we came together in this band, it just worked straight
Nice.
off the bat. I mean, we were jamming stuff that first time, and it just kind of came out of nothing, and you know, it just sounded great. I think afterwards it was like we'd stop playing, and we all just kind of looked at each other like, "Fuck, this is awesome."
That's when the planets aligned.
When the moon was in Uranus.
The monumental click of the universe falling into place.
I think just making people happy with our music.
Yeah.
Music's went a wee bit kind of, I don't know.
Shit.
Not the way it- yes.
Everyone's obviously kind of shouty, and you know, there's so many bands that are doing this kind of, you know, dirging, kind of dark experience kind of thing. And there's a lot of really good ones. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably a big fan of a lot of them, but you know what we've created is this really kind of bright, open sounding music, and it's got a good tight kind of punch to it as well. So what we're going to look forward to this gig with Brownbear, and I think that we're on the same kind of plane almost. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Nowhere near them yet in terms of promo, obviously, but you know, like to fit into that sort of scene that they're part of, and a few of the other bands that I've been covering with Chris and yourself, obviously through New Hellfire. So I think, you know, this year we're just going to try and get our local fan base on the go, build our songs up. Once we've got our EP out, that's going to be launched. We're going to be doing that all over the place, and then build on, you know, possibly an album.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, the album's
or maybe
definitely there, aye.
maybe
It's
even
the
just
matter
a
of
series of
sticking it
EPs or something.
So do you think this year we might hear a Semper Spero EP?
Definitely.
100%.
Definitely.
That may come quicker than you think as well, because you know the speed that we got that first song together on.
Aye.
Yeah,
that
the
was
recording
recorded within 2
doesn't
weeks.
look to be
We've got all the
difficult.
material there, it's just to sew it together, so to speak, in it, just polish off the edges. We're definitely going to be out there gigging all year now, after this one, the 27th.
Yeah, because
So-
we were expecting just to keep it back until like almost winter time.
Yeah.
You know, once we've got a whole album, but then it was like, no, let's get
let's go for
ourselves
it.
out there and
Straight
test the
lad,
water.
iron's hot.
So this gig with Brownbear is going to be a good tester for us, just to see what people think, help us gain a few new fans, and you know, just keep on doing the promo behind it. We've got all sorts of like different radio stations that are going to cover it as well. So you know, we've got all the connections sitting there just to kind of make it work, at least on a good sort of solid independent level for now. So
Definitely.
it's looking good, man.
Independency.
That's all you need.
That's all you need,
And
motherfucker.
can I
Let's go.
just say, we haven't missed the cut-off time for buying booze, have
No,
we?
I don't think so.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Time for a cargo. Cheers,
Sonic
guys.
Semper, Temple Pilots,
Cheers, guys.
Speedos.
See you later.